And so, we have a topic. This is like, I'm really annoyed to be fair, because this is like the fourth fucking time I'm trying to do this shit, and it's aggravating me. It's like literally pissing me the fuck off. So there's 4 topics that we're going to be talking about, and bring it in closer because I don't talk that loud. So, okay, what it is that, first topic is alcohol addiction, which we all know, well, or have established at this point, that, I have an alcohol addiction. So, I started, you need to bring that shit in closer, seriously.
Like that.
Yeah. So I started drinking at 27, and I never did drink prior to that. Something happened which set it off and caused trauma, and that is basically it. I stopped drinking for a couple of years after that, and that was fine. I need you to take your hand away from here because I can't see nothing.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell is going on there.
Easy for me to keep it.
Well, then just, do you want me to keep it? Because also the colouring is off. Like, just...
Sorry about the video.
It doesn't look worse. Lift it up. Right, that's it. That's, like, Jesus, way better. Right, so, right, recap. Didn't start drinking till 27. Had no issues. Trauma came after, and it just, you know, shit happened. I stopped drinking for quite a while after that, and then like, it just didn't really work out too great, you know. Sorry, I'm really sorry guys, but I'm so particular over how my vlogs get done, and the lighting and the colouring and stuff. It just really does vex me so greatly, because you either look washed out, or you look crazy, or you just kind of look a bit weird. So naturally I've got to that point already, and then I had my band, and then I realised that I was able to lose a lot of weight by eating less and drinking more. That is literally it. And because I already have an addictive personality, it was just really easy for me to go ahead and do that. And then I did do that, and that was my transfer addiction. Some people go shopping, some people work out, some people become workaholics, some people, I don't know, have babies or whatever. I just started drinking. It has not been productive in any way, shape or form. It has been very counterproductive. It has not helped our marriage. It has not helped me as a person. I'm currently on quite a lot of medication, which I will talk about that separately. And I'm looking to just kind of get the rest of it sorted, as in go to detox and rehab. So that is really it. I was able to manipulate the band, and I know for a fact it's not just the band. I have seen other people whose journeys I've watched to have the sleeve or the bypass, and it's like, wow, the more you drink it, you wake up the next day and you've lost like 4, 5, 8 pounds or whatever. You're like, damn. So, and you're like, okay, you know, and it becomes addictive. Not to everybody, but to me. So again, this is about me. I leave it to my husband to say how it's affected us and all of that, because I'm pretty sure he's got a lot to say on that.
I don't have a lot to say. First thing I want to say is I'm proud of you for doing this. Really, no jokes, seriously. you're brave for doing this, or saying or talking about it. It is a good thing because not a lot of people want to talk about addiction, and I think making people aware is would help others. So I'd like to say to you, on an honest note, well done. I'm really proud of you. No jokes, no funny things, nothing.
You know, it's
No, no, be serious. But for
he's
real.
trying to be serious, but he's not.
And then we talk like this because my mouth washed.
Because it's
And
also, it's not. The reason I'm saying talking shit is because living with someone who has an addiction, well, regardless of whatever the
it's not
addiction
hard.
is, it is hard. If you
Yeah,
have
that's what I mean, it's
someone
not
who is a shopaholic and all they do is spend all your money and all your credit cards and all you're doing is paying back, you're like, oh my god. If you have someone who's a food who has a food addiction and all they do is like literally eat you out of house and home, you're like, oh my god, I'm spending more than the average person. If you have someone who's a shoe addict and they're spending all that time, with regards to like shoes and stuff, and it does, any kind of addiction causes a problem in a relationship. And any addiction is selfish.
The thing is, what I noticed, maybe it is not the same in others, but when you with someone who has an addiction, you somehow develop some sort of an addiction as
in order to cope. I think it's coping
in
mechanism.
order to cope. Whereas she would have her addiction, I would have mine, and mine would not necessarily be. Well, I would say hers is obviously it hurts your body and people die from it. I would go to extremes in order to achieve my sort of thing, and she would do hers. And
yeah, so he'd do like he'd buy every beach body thing. He'd go to the gym like 6-7 hours a day. He'd buy swim, run, any kind of protein shake or any kind of new shake that came out, creatine shake, didn't matter whether it was good or not. Yeah, I did swap hands. Regardless of what it was, I mean, he would just literally be on it. Every new little gimmick that came out, he was just on it. So, I mean, that I guess was his coping mechanism with
regards to... It still is, to be fair. I mean, if I don't work out, even if it's, say, 10 push-ups a day, if I don't do nothing, I literally lose the plot. I'm grumpy, I don't understand things don't comprehend me. And that's why I can kind of understand her addiction, because it's hard to get off something or to wean off something when you've been doing it for a long time and it's been consistent in your life every single day. So, has it been easy for us as a couple? No. Has it been easy for us as individuals? No, because there's things that I feel we, as a couple, we could reach a higher level than what we are, and sometimes the addiction spoils that, because your first thought is, what can I do for me first regarding my addiction? And when she spoke about the money and costing things, that it's expensive, it adds up in the long run. So there is the good thing is that she's getting help, she's seeking help, and she chose every time that she sought help or tried it was on her own. No one forced her to do it, and she did it. There was one time she did it for, what was it, half a year or more than that, wasn't it? And she was completely sober, and she even felt, she acknowledged that it was different. She saw things differently. And
at which point I already had the band, so let's not get this twisted.
So this is why I said I have an issue with the band, because I felt that because red wine opens the band, I think, and allows you to eat. My
rosé shuts it and then allows me not to eat, and then I just drop a lot. So
it was just horrible and hard to see her go through that. So.
Okay. Well, so I mean, we'll get into that a bit more, but we're only 9 minutes in, and it's going to take like 50 hours to load, so okay. Next thing is, so this is where my husband and I have an issue, but I'm going to basically just deal with the issue. which
You
is
bring out the bass. Do
um
with it.
yeah, because I don't really like this. I won't say I don't like her, but I just don't necessarily agree with what she's got to say. And I'm not one of them ones that call people out, because God knows I'm the last one to be calling anybody else out. But um, I have. Thank you, babe. You see, he has to come and cuddle me because he was like, oh, world, brace yourself, Lord Jesus. So basically, you see, like seriously, like so I have an issue with Mrs. Babyfat, but I need to say
Your big ups to
I
them, though.
feel that I need to be very cognizant of the words that come out of my mouth, because at the end of the day, above all, this is, yeah, and I am preening myself. I get that, just FYI, for anyone that's gonna be like, oh my god, you're preening. Yeah, I am. Move on. So
Just going with the
what
aggressive.
is that okay, so I have issues with her, and I am subscribed to her channel. She does really vex me and aggravate me a lot, and I know that a lot of people love her, but I'm just like, dude, there's a time where you just stop, yeah, just literally stop, because what it is her and her husband have now come on, and they have this challenge that they are doing, which has motivated me to go ahead and do the same challenge with my husband. So every week we will be weighing in. It's very important that we understand that this man is just pure mass. He's muscle. He's not fat. Me, I do have quite a lot of fat. Obviously, I'm a WLS patient. So if he's like weightier than me, muscle weighs more than fat. We all understand that, yeah? For him, he's training for a triathlon at the moment. And I just felt, when I did see their vlog, quite inspired by it. Because I thought, oh, do you know what? That's really nice. Like, how they came across, how they were chatting. You know, he's got his missus, hold on, babe. He's got his missus back, you know, all of that. I figured to myself, no problem. Let me, instead of just moaning about the band, let me try something new. Now, this is something called, what is it? Something pump, whatever. Anyway,
Body pump.
yeah, we've got that, and waiting for it to arrive, and then I'll start doing that, and my husband will start doing whatever he's got to do, and we'll, you know, together we'll combine and do that. So I've said, okay, it's worth a try, isn't it? I'll try it. But I've been following some of her vlogs, and coming from a big family, she only outweighs me by 2 kids. Yeah, I've got 5, she's got 6, she's got 7. Right? So I feel, and she's an RN, and are you telling me the reason her reason for not going on to have any kind of weight loss surgery is because she has worked on the wards and seen how bad it has been and how people have passed? Are you telling me that every single person on that ward that she has worked on has passed? I don't think so. And every single person on that ward that she has been on has had a complication? I don't think so. It's not possible. It is physically impossible for that to happen in a hospital. Yeah? Now, I think that's all I'm going to say, because anything else I'm going to say is going to come across really derogatory. Exactly. And I don't want to do that, because one of the comments she made was we had never seen her at 500, and she was now 4 something, and you know, she'd never been below
3.
Yeah, and that's a lie, because I used to follow her so religiously that at one point she was like 330, 340 something. So I know that she can do it. People like Diva Slims Down, yeah, she's done it naturally all by herself, and I follow her. And by the way, you really need to go check out her channel, because she's just had a body lift, and I mean, that is, if I really had all the willpower in the world and I was a better person than what I really am, I would have done it like the way Diva Slims Down does it, because she is just the bomb and I love her to pieces. Like, when I'm feeling low or whatever, I look at them. When I want to find out about lookbooks, what to wear for the summer, the season, I don't look at the skinny people who I'm subscribed